Welcome to the fourth lecture of Language and IT, Language and Information Technology. We will continue today talking about CAL evaluation, judgmental evaluation today. We spoke or talked about it briefly last time. Today we are going to dive in this judgmental and empirical evaluation. So today is about judgmental evaluation. Methods of evaluation. We have two methods of evaluation, as I said last time. Either it is judgmental evaluation and empirical evaluation. Judgmental means, let me repeat, that you use your own judgment of the software holistically. That means you give your general impression about the software, you use it, or you check it for yourself, and then you would say, well, this is good or this is bad. This is one step. Another step, no, you have what is called a checklist. Someone would have a checklist. For example, you have language, is it good or not? Content, is it enough or not? Readability, can students understand the language? For example, the number of exercises. You would have different checklists, as we are going to see today's in today's class and in the next class. So this is one way of judgmental evaluation. And then the empirical evaluation, as I said, you use the software in real-time situation with the students and learners, and after time you give your own judgment or evaluation. So this is number one, introspective judgmental evaluation checklist. We are going to study each term individually. Introspective means it's coming from your own judgment. Judgment evaluation, we know. Checklist, as I said, you have some sort of some criteria, and then you check what's applicable or not to your software. So there are two broad types of way of actually executing evaluation studies, A and B here, as I mentioned. In many ways, A suits situations 1 and 2 above. B suits situation 3, Chapel 2001, page 53. So we have three situations here. 1 and 2 would suit them, the judgmental evaluation. Situation 3 would suit the method B, which is empirical evaluation. So let's start with definition of introspective. Or introspection means relying on one's own judgment, experience, and maybe published consensus on what should be there, what is good or bad, or acquisition language theory, AL theory. So this is introspection. Either you rely on your experience because you are experts in the field, or you have some sort of good experience to enable you to judge, because not everyone can judge. You need to have some experience, some knowledge, some expertise. Or maybe you would rely on literature or other textbooks. You read other textbooks and then you rely on them to judge the suitability of the software. Or sometimes you rely on, as I said, SLA, second language acquisition theories. So this is introspection. So this is situation number 1, A1. Evaluation can be done purely individually, subjectively, globally, and introspectively. As I said, you would take the software by yourself, individually, subjectively, introspectively, and boom, you give your own judgment. The teacher simply looks through the material, or in our case tries out the program, or just reads the blurb about it in a catalog, and comes to an overall intuitive judgment about whether it would suit their class or what class it would suit. Yes, you have a program, an application. Either you would use it. It's like with your phone. If you download a game or an application, what we would do? First, you would read the description, the blurb. In our case, you would read the description. You want to look at the pictures of the application, what it does for you, what it can give you, what it can offer you. Maybe sometimes it's not enough for you to judge whether to download that application on your phone or not. You would need to use it. So sometimes you download the application, you use it, and then you would say, well, this is not good at all. I wish I've not downloaded that application. So this is evaluation. Or sometimes we would say, well, no, this is a very good application. You would write a review on it in the internet. Sometimes you would separate it out, share it with your students, with your friends, with your family. Why? Because you felt it is good. So this is evaluation, introspection, evaluation, or introspective evaluation. When teachers evaluate in this way, it may help in part to try to place themselves in the role of some type of learner using the material. So in this case, if you want to use it, don't put yourself in the role of a teacher. No, put yourself in the shoes of learners. Think of it as a learner, not as a teacher, so you can reach a good, fair judgment. When trying out a CAL program, it is especially useful often to make deliberate mistakes to see how the program responds, give wrong answers and press the wrong keys, etc. Well, yes, this is one way of evaluating. Try to see what might go wrong with the applications. Do not answer the correct answer. Try wrong answers to see just how it responds to you, how it interacts with you. Press the wrong keys. If it says, for example, press the right arrow, press the left arrow. If it says, for example, continue to load, press, for example, cancel. Try to use all the functions in the application before you judge it. This could be described as the global expert judgment method of evaluation. The evaluator introspects and somehow assesses an analyzed notion of some users of the software and an analyzed impression of the software and matches the two using often inexplicit criteria. Well, yes, as I said, this is global, the expert judgment. It involves nothing but a global judgment. You use something and you give out your own judgment. Situation number 2. However, to regard evaluation as in any way systematic, it is necessary at the very least to unpack this armchair approach a bit. Well, it's like an armchair approach. There is nothing, there is no analysis on it. You just give general impression about it. In situation number 2, no, we need to unpack all of this and we try to look at the details of the software. The teacher or anyone else acting alone as evaluator should break down the overall or global judgment into parts. And this is what I said. You need to break it down into parts. This means looking carefully at different aspects of the materials separately, thinking of all the relevant different aspects of the learning situation, learners, potential, use, etc., judging aspects of